5G on my phone, 5G on this coat, like, oh yeah. Fiji on my stones, you can't even look too close, yeah. I can't break the news, I can't break it, I can't hold you. If you need a shoulder, you can cry on, I can hold you. Chrome marks on my shades and my
pencil incident.
Chill.
These are a natural psychedelic that cause hallucinations. About 30 minutes after eating them, colors get brighter, patterns start crawling on the walls, time stretches like taffy, and your sense of self begins to melt. Your brain is rushed into a state of euphoria, leaving you questioning what's real and what's not. But what happens when you take too much? On a calm Saturday afternoon, a 21-year-old Hispanic man would return home from work and consume an unspecified quantity of shrooms.
Damn, nigga, why so much though?
He started experiencing a bad trip and begun acting erratically upon arriving to his house. His stepfather and brother would step in and restrain him to try to calm him down, but he'd break free of their grasp and also break a glass vase in the process. In his frenzied state, he'd then begin to rub himself against the glass shards on the floor and severely injure his arms and legs. His brother and stepfather would successfully intervene to stop him from injuring himself any further with the glass shards, and he'd be sat down at a desk. But shockingly enough, in a horrific act, he'd take a number 2 pencil that was laying on the desk, stand it upright, and repeatedly smash his head on the sharpened pencil. When he raised his head, he'd reveal that he jabbed the pencil repeatedly into both of his eye sockets.
Bro, come on. What do you mean, of course, Hispanic, bro? Come on, bro. Come on, the gang. Like, why? We can't just be nice to everybody, bro. Chill, bro. Nah, shit is crazy. Like, damn, bro. This shit making me not want to try shrooms, like, on some real shit. Cause, like, bro, what if I trip out like this, bro? What if I fucking injure myself and fucking take out my eye, or one of my eyes, or fucking like cut myself or some shit while I'm fucking off shrooms? But I wouldn't take that much. But it's just like, damn, bro, like, I don't know. I wouldn't take that much. Yeah, it's probably just because of how much. I just got Friday week watching, bro. It's what dying on every drug feels like, bro. And this nigga took hella shrooms. It's very this message Hispanic nigga, bro. 21 took hella shrooms. Came home after taking hella shrooms and started tweaking out. Broke a glass vase. Started slamming his head on the broken glass on the floor. Rubbed his shit on the floor. Like, what? And then he just started stabbing himself in the eye with a pencil. Like, ooh, like. I hope this ain't real. Like. I hope this nigga made this shit up. If this nigga is real though, this shit's crazy, bro.
He would stand up again to do something else, but quickly vomited on himself, leaving his family in a state of total panic. Emergency services were called, where they tried desperately to save the young man's life, but unfortunately, they would only get so far. Shrooms are one of the least toxic substances in the world. You'd need to eat dozens or even hundreds of grams to fatally overdose. That doesn't mean people can't die from it. Most fatalities come from behavioral toxicity, panicking, jumping out windows, walking into traffic, or doing something fatal during a full-blown psychotic break. You won't pass away from the drug itself.
That shit makes me not want to, low-key not want to try it. What if I tweak out and fucking...
The Gator incident.
Harm myself, nigga.
When it hits, you feel invincible. This substance cranks up your sympathetic nervous system and causes an explosive release of dopamine in your body. Your heart starts racing, you become laser-focused, and you'll be filled with unstoppable energy. The high can last 8 to 16 hours. No sleep, no food, just intense stimulation. And when you take too much, your body turns into an absolute war zone. On May 26th, in Orlando, Florida, concerned bystanders would phone a call to police officers to let them know that there was a man on a racetrack shaking violently, asking to see his son. When police arrived, he was nowhere to be found, until suddenly he was located in a lake, full of alligators. Officers would try to throw the man a life vest, but he'd refuse it and would start getting attacked by the alligators in the water.
Ever heard of privacy on bathing? Wow.
Like it was a scene straight out of a horror movie, the man actually resurfaced out of the lake, covered in severe injuries and carrying gardening shears. He would charge at the officers in their car, and in response, they would tase him repeatedly, but it would have absolutely no effect.
What the fuck?
It was only when the man jumped into the passenger seat of the police cruiser and tried reaching for a rifle in the vehicle that officers finally used lethal force. It hijacks your brain's reward system and sends your body into overdrive. It burns out your dopamine center and disrupts your central nervous system so much.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. I gotta see. I dead ass do need some confirmation. This shit, any of this shit's real life. What the fuck? An 8-year-old Indiana boy is dead after he mistook his father's method on a plate for breakfast. Yeah, I'm getting off this shit. Anyways, back to the video, bro.
The body both loses
They
touch
be
with
having
reality
pics.
and can no longer regulate its
I wasn't
temperature.
going in the images,
Your
nigga.
organs can literally cook from the inside out and cause you to collapse. You can have a heart attack, or you could simply just go on a rampage and meet an early demise like this man. The 108th incident.
Yeah.
It is by far one of the most commonly used substances in the United States.
That's horrifying. You got some
Within
horrifying
minutes of
from
smoking,
weed.
you're
Wow.
relaxed, music sounds better, jokes are funnier, and you get really, really hungry. You might feel euphoric, or anxious, or both. It depends on the strain, your mood, and your brain chemistry. So what happens when you smoke too much of it? Well, here's the truth. You can't die from THC toxicity alone. There's no known lethal dose in humans. You'd have to smoke thousands of joints in a short time to even come close. But that doesn't mean it's harmless. In the spring of 2018 in California, a woman who had just befriended a man at a dog park she frequently visited would follow him home to his apartment for a quick spark-up session, which, mind you, is totally legal in the state of California.
But hold on, here's where the dumb shit is, bro. This hoe better is I'm pretty sure that was a white lady, bro. Like, this is the dumb shit I'm talking about. No racist. Actually, nah, that was crazy. That was kind of racist, but you know what I'm saying. We still gonna, y'all like, I don't gotta say shit, bro. Like, why, if you're sparking up, why would you? A nigga that you like, why would you go to the nigga's house to spark up though? Like, that shit just sound like a setup. Go to a nigga's house to spark up? Like, a nigga could have been like, oh, I got Zon in the car. You trying to spark up? Like, if the nigga don't got Zon in the car, why the hell would you go back to their crib to go spark up, bro? This shit already sound like it's gonna take a turn for the worse, bro. Niggas is wildin', bro.
After the two finished lighting up grass through a bomb, the woman would unexpectedly shoot up from her seat straight to the kitchen and grab 3 knives.
Hey, could you come back with some chips? And maybe some ice cream. And maybe some chicken Oh! Are you
3
trying to
knives?
chop
What
up
the
some
hell?
salsa? I love salsa.
Jim, I'm not making salsa.
In just the blink of an eye, she would stab the man repeatedly non-stop 108 times. His body would be covered in marks from head to toe, and his face would nearly be entirely carved out. Officers that arrived at the scene would find that she had also stabbed her dog, and shockingly enough, had stabbed herself 40 times, and was still in the process of doing it.
What?
They would quickly intervene and try to physically stop her, but it wasn't enough. Officers would tase her 4 times to try to break her psychotic frenzy, but it would be to no avail. In order to get her to stop, one police officer had to swing a baton at her arm 9 times to break it, and finally she would release her grip from the knife. The man unfortunately didn't make it, but surprisingly, the woman did. And even more shockingly, she faced 0 prison time for her actions because it was proven in court that she experienced what is commonly known as cannabis-induced psychosis.
Now we gotta read about this, bro. Some people use marijuana every day. I mean, marijuana may experience acute sense of psychosis, paranoia, delusions, which I was thinking. It's not very common, but cannabis-induced psychosis can be serious and immediately treated. In most cases, psychosis repeats it. Damn, that shit is crazy, bro. I didn't even know about that shit, bro. Damn, so niggas that smoke hella zombie having psychosis and shit. Damn, bro. That shit is crazy. So I mean, I can't smoke too much Zob, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, nigga, I like Zob, bro. Come on. That's fucked up, bro. Like, nah, like, Zob made you do that? That's crazy. Zob made her kill a nigga because she smoked. Like, but hold on, no. We gotta go back. Did she smoke too much? Like, nah, I gotta go back to what they said.
Which, mind you, is totally follow him home to his apartment for a quick spark-up session, which, mind you, is totally legal in the state of California. After the two finished lighting up grass through a bomb, the woman would unexpectedly shoot up from her seat straight to the kitchen and grab 3 knives.
Hey, could you come back with some chips?
Nigga said no more matching with the shorties, no more guy. They got PTSD. Nah, I would too, bro. I would watch my back when it's working up with a bitch now too, bro. She fuck around and do some stupid shit like that, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, the cops weak as hell. Why the hell they ain't just like, bruh? Cause I know for damn sure they ain't sending 2 female cops, nigga. Like, I know they ain't sending new female cops. Like, most of the cops that be getting sent, they be niggas, gang. And if a female's the second one, that makes it even better. Cause like the nigga can't hit the female. But I mean, in this situation, they should be able to. They're just restraining her. But like the girl cop could, like the girl cop could have probably beat her ass if she had to, or the nigga could have just like tackled her or some shit. Like, well, actually, no, that's stupid. You don't tackle someone with a knife, but like, come on, it's a nigga, bro. It's someone with a knife. Like, the tasing didn't work, but I don't know, bro. Look, he could have played it smarter because that is a dumb bitch. Like, her dumb ass went to this nigga crib to go spark up. So they could like judo flipped her some shit or tripped her. Like, I don't know. I feel like they could have definitely did that shit a little bit more easier. Like, that's a white girl, bro. Like, you need to not losing fights like that to a white girl, bro. Come on, bro. Lock in, bro. Lock in, bro. Just being real, man. She's already injured and shit too. That's easy. Like I'm saying, already injured. Like stabbed herself multiple times. Like how you struggling against an injured person, like a nigga injured, bleeding, all cut up and shit, and you struggling and like, yo, oh, what's good, twin? What's good, twin? We over here watching the video right now, but yeah, nah, that shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy. Anyway, on to the next one. I would see that and turn to Prime Vaughn. Nigga, you are not turning into Prime Vaughn. No one is turning into Prime Vaughn, bro. Shut your dumb ass up, bro.
Maybe some ice cream. And maybe some chicken. Oh.
Like, this shit is just crazy as fuck. Are you trying to chop up some salsa? I love salsa.
Jim, I'm not making salsa.
In just the blink of an eye, she would stab the man repeatedly non-stop 108
Shit crazy,
times.
Bro.
His body would be covered in
108 times, though, is crazy.
His face would nearly be entirely carved out.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. How do you count all them stab wounds? Because, like, especially with certain weapons, like, certain weapons be, like, small knives, big knives, like the size of a stab wound could, like, also, like, run into another stab wound. Like, say you stabbing somebody and you got a big ass knife. Like, say you stabbing somebody like this way, right? Then you stab them like this way with the knife and shit, like this. Like, can't that like run into the other wound and shit? Like, nah. And nigga said, "Let Jeff be proud." Bro, what, nigga? You know what I meant, bro. Come on, lock in.
Those that arrived at the scene would find that she had also stabbed her dog, and shockingly enough, had stabbed herself 40 times, and was still in the process of doing it.
Like, she stabbed the dog, bro. Like, damn, bro. Weed psychosis is crazy. Nah, it's like 0.5% people who get that shit, and lots of times it's genetic.
To no avail. Damn. In order to get her to stop, one police officer had to swing a baton at her arm 9 times to break it, and finally she would release her grip from the knife.
9 times? Like,
didn't.
Like, were you niggas beating on fucking Wonder Woman, gang? Like, what the hell?
Make it. But surprisingly, the woman did. And even more shockingly, she faced 0 prison time for her actions because it was proven in court that she experienced what is commonly known as cannabis-induced psychosis.
That shit's crazy.
The woman was very inexperienced when it came to smoking weed, and that potentially played a huge role in why she experienced this rare phenomenon.
Crazy.
She was placed on probation for 2 years and was required to do 100 hours of community service smoking weed, and that potentially played a huge... The woman was very inexperienced when it came to smoking weed, and that potentially played a huge role in why she experienced this rare phenomenon.
Oh, my socialist was right, did not match with hoes now, because what the fuck? Like, make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. Viltrumite, you mean Viltrumite? Bro, make it make sense. Like, I'm thinking she at least, like, smokes, but, bro, she's not experienced in smoking, so she barely smokes. And she went to a nigga's crib to spark up. It's not like the nigga had shit in the car. She went to a nigga's crib. Like, it just sounds like a setup, but it's just like, it's just all types of weird. Oh, man. It's always some stupid shit. I swear, bro. I swear, always some stupid shit.
She was placed on probation for 2 years and was required to do 100 hours of community service. The man's family, especially his father, were extremely upset when they heard about this. Understandably so.
I would be too, but what the fuck?
Should never have happened. She should have never have been allowed to walk free. She should have done some time. You know, you had a jury that convicted her, a unanimous conviction.
Yeah, it's crazy. How did she walk free from that shit?
And the judge went completely against all 3 of those entities and just said, "You're free to go."
Like, yeah, like, what the fuck? Shit's crazy.
I really didn't like the case on equity that I found.
Oh shit. That's I'm not gonna say what it was, but you know what I'm saying. Like that's some depths, bro. That's some depths. If it was a nigga, that shit would have been like, yeah, shit, that's just crazy, bro. Damn, bro. Like nigga really did that shit off his side, bro. Shit crazy. That prime do dance for his because you don't smoke. Oh, and when bro had that prime, and you don't like you don't smoke and go just went to someone's house to smoke. That yeah, bruh. Nah, word, you don't smoke and then you went to someone's house to smoke. Like, no, or that bitch is just retarded, bro. Like, we know exactly what it was. Yeah, like, bitch. But that answers my question on if it was real. Just seen a Zoom call with that shit. Damn, bro, that shit. I'm gonna actually probably look into that shit later, bro. That shit's crazy. I want to see
YouTube
that shit.
really didn't like the
Lucky.
case on ecstasy that I found. So instead, we'll go over this situation where a 26-year-old martial arts fighter and his sparring partner consumed an unnatural amount of shrooms while in their apartment. Initially, everything was fine.
Oh
until
shit,
they
these things gonna spar off the ecstasy, bro. That shit is crazy.
became convinced that the world was coming to an end and that the two were fighting a battle of life and death between God and the devil. The two would begin their legendary battle, and finally when the
Hey,
struggle
wait, you said, oh, wait,
were
wait,
convinced that the world while in their apartment.
Say what?
Initially, everything was fine, until they became convinced that the world was coming to an end and that the two were fighting a battle of life and death between God and the devil. The two would begin their legendary battle, and finally when the struggle finished, their friend would walk into their apartment room only to find the martial arts fighter standing butt naked in the kitchen cooking his friend's heart and remains in a stove. The victim would be found laying on the couch,
What?
missing his face, tongue, and heart.
What?
And sadly, the autopsy revealed that he was alive when his chest was ripped open and his heart was taken out. The martial arts fighter wouldn't be as lucky as the woman in our last case. He'd be formally charged and sentenced to 47 years in state prison for what he did to his friend. Now, this probably makes the
That's
US legal system
crazy.
come off as a little hypocritical, considering that in the other case, the woman was allowed to blame psychosis for her actions and be cleared of any severe wrongdoing, whereas in this case, the fighter's state of influence was ignored and he was directly sentenced. But
Like, nah, that, like, it's actually no way they did that. How they gonna ignore, bro? They ignored what this bitch did and only gave her 2 years of probation off of a weed psychosis. And it killed a nigga. Just like this nigga did. This nigga fucking beat the shit out. That's crazy. This nigga did. Yeah. This nigga performed a Mortal Kombat fatality on his friend. Yo, that shit's crazy. These niggas both thought that they were fighting a battle between good and evil. So these niggas took a little too much of that shit. Started tripping out and started thinking that they was fighting a battle of good and evil. That shit is crazy. But nah, bro, like it is like this nigga did the same thing she did. And she got off free and this bitch is like, what? Make it make sense. What? How'd she get off this nigga? Alright, and I'm gonna look up that one too. I just seen that nigga name, but how? And the worst part about it was a weed psychosis, and this is a worse drug. Yeah, bro. The system is so rigged, bro. Doing that Sub-Zero finisher is not that ass, bro.
honestly, that's your opinion to make. When it comes to overdosing on
Had
psilocybin,
the art
you'll find that it
is-
rarely ever ends you through toxicity alone. You'll need to eat an absurd amount for that to actually happen. The real danger is psychosis, panic, and delusion. Once you compromise the healthiness and security of your mind for a quick burst of excitement, you'll find that that's where things go haywire. So in other words, don't do drugs. Have a happy day.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's the best way to put it, bro. Don't do no drugs. You know what I'm saying? Don't do no drugs, bro. No drugs.